Like that shirt.
Thank you. We have
Yeah.
our little flying fish and everything in
Oh
the
yeah, the flying fish. That's your national food,
yes, it
right?
is.
Okay. All right. Today we're meeting with Aprille Thomas, who will be talking with us about the Barbados Food and Rum Festival, which will be held this year in October, starting Thursday, October 19th to Sunday, the 22nd. All right. Now, from looking at the itinerary, I see that each day is going to be jam-packed with hour to hour with exquisite cuisine and beverages and a whole host of activities. And there's even going to be a surprise performance by musical artists. Now, Aprille, you're the Director of Public Relations and Communications at Barbados Tourism Marketing Board. That's BTMI, right?
That's it.
Barbados Tourism Marketing Inc. Now, Aprille, I understand that the festival will be even bigger and tastier this year with the finest of blends and the most delicious cuisine. Why is this year going to be better than ever?
I think that, we've seen the growth of the festival over the years. We are one of the oldest food festivals in the Caribbean. We've kind of, set the bar really, really high for the region. And we celebrated our 10th year of the Food and Rum Festival in 2019, the year before the world stopped, if everybody
Yes,
remembers it that way.
right.
And, that really was essentially a celebration of making it to 10 years. Kind of looking back on what worked and what didn't work. And then COVID happened and we had, 2 years to kind of reflect on the festival. During that time, the project moved over to myself. I then became the project lead for the festival coming out of COVID. And, I really sat down with the team internally and we thought about, okay, this is what we've done for 10 years. It's worked. How do we recreate it for the next 10 years? How do we make sure that it has the longevity to match, consumer needs or wants coming out of COVID? Like what's new, what's trending? This is a perfect opportunity to hit the reset button. And so for us last year, we really just took the bull by the horns and we turned Food and Rum on its head. We refreshed a lot of the activities that we had. We're keeping some of the ones that, are tried and true and loved, but then we added some new events that we thought, would bring in even greater audiences, match more, what's kind of trending on island in Barbados and what would really show Barbados culture authentically. And so we added some events that would accomplish that. And then we also, stepped back and looked at what is the overarching theme of the Food and Rum Festival? What is the message that we're really trying to drive home to people who come to our island and engage with the talent when they're here? And that's how we came up with Feed the Future. And so what we've done is integrated a junior chef component. So we now have a program which allows young aspiring chefs ages 16
Yeah.
to 21 to
Okay.
be part of the festival. Yeah. So we started that last year and it was kind of like, new, we were kind of figuring it out. But I think last year taught us everything we needed to know. And now it was a trial year, for lack of a better word. So this year is bigger and better. I say all that to say this year is bigger and better because last year, we flipped it on its head. We trialed some new things. We figured out what works and what doesn't work. We perfected it. And we feel like we're coming this year to deliver the best Food and Rum Festival we've ever had.
I want to talk about the chefs. You're going to have a lot of popular world-renowned chefs. Who are they? Can you tell us their names?
Of course, what we try to do is, of course, showcase the local talent that we have in Barbados. And so each event you'll find we're celebrating the local award-winning chefs and mixologists. But then, obviously, the purpose of BTMI and Visit Barbados is to drive visitation to the island. And so one of the strategies has been to tap into, talent within our source market, so the US, the UK, and so on, who have a large following and who can get eyes on the festival. Because it's a foodie festival, it's a kind of a niche market. So you want to tap into people who are interested in food and interested in rum and culture and want to learn those things. So
Oh,
we actually work with the chefs then kind of as a tool to tap into their audiences and drive people to follow them to Barbados. So out of the UK, we have Shalina Permalou, who is a past winner of the UK MasterChef competition. So she has her own following. And then we also have Juan Diego from Colombia, who's a celebrity chef there. And that's perfect for us because Barbados is actually just opening an office in Panama and really establishing Latin America as a new and emerging market for us. So we thought it was important to have someone from there to show our commitment to that market growing. And then lastly, we have a festival favorite whose Food Network's Amberelle out of the US. And she's returning once again to host the opening night and then also to do a chef demonstration on the Friday morning. So, you know, bringing all those together, it really shows the footprint of Barbados tourism globally, but then also the kind of visitors that we want to follow them to come to Barbados.
okay. Now, I was interested in the first event on Thursday, the 19th,
Yeah.
Oysters Under the Stars. Tell us about that popular fish fry hotspot.
And you've just said it. That is literally all there is to it. When anybody who's familiar with Barbados will know that there's nothing that compares to oyster. Like you can't even get something and liken it to it. And for those who are visiting for the first time and they're like, oh, I want something to eat, you know, what's good in Barbados, somebody is going to tell you, go to Oysters Fish Fry. It is located right by the fish market. So you have fresh fish that's being brought in every day. They're just frying it right there on the grill in front of you.
I
Get
love
your
that.
sides, like, you know, your breadfruit or your potatoes or whatever you can get. There's all types of fresh fish, lobster, everything that's just grilling, as we said, under the stars. So
Yeah.
Under the Stars, it is a free event. So we're inviting everyone to just come. There's no cost attached to it. We just want you to be a part of that opening night for the Food Around family.
Oh my gosh, you know, but each day there's several things happening, you know. It would be nice if you could name all of them. I wanted to ask you about the comedians. You have some local comedians as well. But first, let's talk about the different activities on each day. Like,
Sure.
yeah.
And we can go through, so we have events that are kind of leading up to the festival, but I'll start kind of at the end with focusing on the festival weekend itself, which is the 19th to the 22nd of October, as we mentioned. So the opening night on Thursday night has always been oysters because, as I just mentioned, it's a fan favorite and it's never going anywhere. So we've kept that. We've introduced, like I mentioned, international chefs into it. So we have Amberelle, who's going to be doing a cooking demonstration on stage alongside one of our local chefs, Chef Craig. And there's going to be lots of competitions and games and stuff like that to be won. Lots of music, dancing, culture. You know, it's a perfect spot to just come out, bring the whole family, hang out and have a good time. So that's the opening night on Thursday, October 19th. Then that takes us to Friday morning, the 20th, and we kick off the day with those chef demonstrations that I mentioned. So on Friday morning, we have our Chef Classics, and those are featuring the 3 international chefs, Juan Diego from Colombia, Amberelle from the USA, and Shalina Permalou from the UK. And they're all going to be at different locations around Barbados, and they're going to be cooking for you, kind of showing you what the tips and the tricks of the trade are. And you get to learn from them in this intimate setting and have access to these chefs that you may not have, you know, outside of this experience. Then that takes us to the Friday night, where we have one of my favorite events. It's called the Rum Route. And this is for rum lovers everywhere to unite. And we've kind of even further reimagined the concept this year. We brought on board the local distilleries. And so what we've done is put edutainment together. So it is a local rum distillery tour, but it's on a moving party bus. So there's music, there's fun, there's flavors. You don't have to just park the car somewhere else, get on a bus.
Oh, it sounds like
a journey.
I love that.
Lots of rum tasting, rum drinking.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a time.
Okay. Now, you know, Barbados has been named the undisputed birthplace of rum.
Yes.
I read that somewhere.
Undisputed.
Please tell me why. I was
So
under another impression that
no,
another
it's
island has
um
that
no,
all that
Barbados
record.
holds claim to that because we have the deed. We currently hold the deed for the oldest manufactured and commercially sold rum in the world, and that is Mount Gay rum since 1703. So while a lot of the Caribbean islands share a similar history in terms of sugarcane and rum production and stuff like that, we were the first ones, according to this deed, to officially take it to the market, bottle it, and sell it. And we're still doing that at Mount Gay Distillery today.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right. Now, this event called the Rise and Rum on
Yeah.
Saturday
So we're
morning
now at Saturday morning.
at 4
We
a.m.
had all the drinks on Friday night at Rum Route, and now it's Saturday morning. The sun is rising, and we are on the beach with a drink in our hand, with food in our other hands, and we are having a blast. So
Oh man.
breakfast parties have been a hit in Barbados.
Yeah.
We just included our crop over festival, and that was, there were so many breakfast parties. For some reason, I don't know when it happened, we just fell in love with partying at the crack of dawn. So last year when we did Rise and Rum, there were people who were outside waiting from 3:30 a.m. just to get inside. Like that's
Oh my gosh.
and it's really cool because the dress code is yellow, so it's sunrise yellow.
Okay.
So everybody's out, so you're already dressed for Rise and
Yeah.
Rum. And everybody comes out in their yellow outfits. It's an all-inclusive, food's inclusive, drinks are inclusive. You just get there and you don't have to worry about anything. There are henna stations, there are massage stations. We're pampering you. We're just lavish. It's just a lavish.
Oh my God, it does sound wonderful.
And around, yeah. So that happens on Saturday alongside a new event for this year, which is the Bajan Fair.
Right.
So anybody who's familiar with a fair in a Caribbean context, we have these fairs, which are, this huge celebration, they're rides. So a lot of people will liken it to kind of like a carnival or something like that, where there's a pony island or something. Well, we won't have roller coasters or anything. There are going to be lots of rides and different things for the children. But then also you'll find like craft vendors and food vendors from Barbados, market vendors. So there's going to be fresh fruits and vegetables on sale. So it's really just an activity that's going to be going on the entire day for you to bring the family out. You can feel safe, let the kids run around while you relax in our Rum Shop Village. Only there's entertainment going all day on the main stage, and it's just it's so much fun. It's $10 for adults, and have a great time.
Great. I mean, 4 days of all day activities, it's wonderful.
And
but on Sunday,
on Sunday.
On Sunday, tell us about this Liquid Gold Feast, which is like a formal affair, a black tie event.
It is.
You have to dress up.
And I know that, people don't automatically associate the island life with a formal event. People are more thinking casual and stuff like that. But Barbadians do love to get dressed up. They do. We love our fashion. We love an excuse to put on pomp and pageantry, and we love food, and we love rum. So we all those things together, and we came up with a Liquid Gold Feast. And really, this is the ultimate way to end out the food rum festival. So you have different types of events. There's casual ones. There's events for the whole family. There's free events. There's fish fries. There's cooking demonstrations, and then we wrap it all up, round it all out with Liquid Gold Feast. It is, again, an all-inclusive event. As you mentioned, we want to see people in their finest wear, best dressed. Everything is taken care of for you. You don't have to worry about anything. There's a shoe check, a coat check. So whatever you're wearing, as the night progresses, the entertainment starts. And as you mentioned, we have Afrobeats Princess, our sensation, Ira Star. So she is one of the top Afrobeats artists in Nigeria right now. And she has made the Food and Rum Festival one of the stops on her world tour that she's currently doing. It's the only stop in the Caribbean. It's the only opportunity for you to see her if you're in the Caribbean.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's great.
Experience. So we're so excited about that as well.
So but she's not the surprise guest. We already know about her.
No, she is,
Yeah.
oh, she was a surprise, and then we've announced it now. So yeah,
Oh, okay. All right.
it was under wraps for a while, and then we were able to finally make that announcement.
Oh, yes. Everybody will love to come out to see her.
Yes.
Now, lastly, how are the hotel accommodations looking?
Oh,
Um,
so we're definitely excited to have been able to bring on a number of hotel partners, across different price points, because we know people are going to be looking for accommodation. We have some chains that people are familiar with, like the Hilton Resort, they're on board.
mhm.
So you can get those Hilton points. We also have Courtyard by Marriott. So if you prefer the Marriott brand, you can do that as well. And then also on our website,
Sandy Lake. Is there a Sandy Lake? Did I read that one?
no, we have the Crane that's on
Yeah.
board.
Okay.
There in St. Philip, that's another historic hotel that we have, very popular. We have some all-inclusive options for those who prefer that, with Seabreeze Hotel and O2 Beach Club and Spa. We also have the Radisson for those who are, prefer that brand. And then we have Cobbler's Cove, which is, a boutique hotel in Barbados, and many others that continue to come on stream. But those are the ones you can find on our website, foodandrum.com right now.
Okay. Okay, April. Well, I truly appreciated talking with you. I think you gave us a full rundown of everything. I hope that our viewers will want to come out and attend. Next year, I think I'm going to do some island hopping because there's so many things happening on various islands. But
Definitely.
so would you like to tell our viewers one last time how they can get more information to see the
Sure.
itinerary and everything?
Sure. So our Food and Rum website, www.foodandrum.com, has all of the information that you need. It has information on the hotels, so where to stay. It has information about all the events, so how to dress, what to pack, where it's going to be, and then you can also buy your tickets directly off that website, foodandrum.com. If you want to follow along on our Instagram page and Facebook to kind of see the daily updates of what's new, what's happening, we're at Food and Rum Barbados on Instagram and Facebook. So that's at Food and Rum Barbados. You can check us out, and we'll be posting every day about stuff that's happening and just getting people excited for the festival.
Yeah, in the mood. Okay. Well, thank you so much. I appreciated talking with you, and hope to see you next year.
Yes, thank you so much.
At the Barbados. Is this the 14th year, right? This is the
This
14th
is the
year.
12th. No, so we
12th
skipped
year.
for COVID.
You did,
It would
yes.
have been the 14th, but
Yes, right. Okay, it's the 12th year.
yes.
Great, April. Thank you again. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.